There's got to be something we can do. Come on, we can patch her up. We can fix this. We've got to have blood on board, surely, in the medical lab.
No, not again. I can't bury another member of Constellation, Sarah. I can't. Don't go. She's gone. No.
Should I have come here, Barrett?
There's nothing that will change anything now. We should get moving.
I'm sorry, Barrett. I just needed to come here. Happier times. I complained to her about her being overly soppy. If I'd have known this... I'm gonna kill every last starborn that gets in my way and had anything to do with this. Right, what was Mateo going on about? The religious lot. Oh, yeah. I didn't anticipate Sarah being part of that as quickly as she was.
Another day, another shift.
Okay. Ah, Mateo. Mateo.
Time to see if Keeper Aquilus can help us.
Well, we'll see. Who's this?
Have you ever heard one of his sermons? They're really good.
Oh, just random. Hello. Sorry. Hiya.
Keeper Aquilus? Can we have a moment?
Yes.
Oh, Mateo. It's been too long. How are your parents? Your mother still struggling with that azalea garden?
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil. But, Keeper, I didn't come to catch up.
Oh. Well, what's on both your minds?
Revenge at the minute. Okay. Right. Mateo and I need to pick your brains about the word unity.
Oh, yeah. How humanity comes together. How we are to love each other even as our universe becomes even more complex.
That's not exactly what we mean. Keeper, when you talk about unity, well, does it mean anything else? Something secret?
Perhaps you should talk about this inside.
Okay. Not a good or bad sign, but definitely a weird sign when we have to go inside. Find out a church's secrets. Like, that hasn't had any bad repercussions on humanity before. Ah. Whoa, they were quick. Hey, guys. Barrett, come on in. Now let's just Give ourselves a little bit of privacy.
Well, now that we have a little privacy, why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you two here?
Okay. It started with the discovery of these anomalies called the artifacts.
They're like nothing we've ever seen, Keeper. Gravitational distortion, sub-audio harmonic sequencing, unidentifiable energy fluctuations.
I caught half of that. So, these things are unusual? Even in your experience?
Oh,
There have
yeah.
always been mysteries that seem to defy our understanding of the universe. Beyond rational thought. We enter life as an act of someone else's faith in us. There's no way of knowing who we will become, and yet the risk is made anyway.
Yeah.
So you've pushed into the unknown, not knowing where it would take you. And it's brought you here.
Yeah. Look, we know it's a stretch, but we hope you can help us. Look, all the different religions throughout time in humanity have had mythology baked into them, which have been based around events. Yeah? Some of them overblown, some of them, you could call them memories more than mythology. Things that happened in the past. Like the flood myths in all the different religions around the world, of the earth, that is, that believed in, well, that knew about the flood that was caused by the comet impact. So, can you help us with this stretch of ours?
I think I can. If you're willing to find your way in the dark for a bit longer, I can give you a path of discovering its meaning. There's an old story, far older than the Sanctum Universum, of someone who walked the settled systems and saw every corner of it. This pilgrim claimed he found the true meaning of unity. I always thought of it as just a parable for trying to bring humanity together, but maybe it's more. If you have questions, I'm happy to try and answer. But you do have to actually ask first.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of a Starborn?
I'm not sure if he was. But if what you're looking for is connected, then anything might be possible.
Well, let's hear the story then. There might be some memory in the myth.
In my story, the pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment and the enigmatic cult of the Varun. And he gave them each a part of the truth. Then he goes to his final resting place to live out the rest of his days in contemplation of infinitum addendum, his addition or contribution to the infinite. But what if the story isn't a metaphor, but a code, a way of finding the pilgrim again, or at least his grave?
It is a very odd saying. Very specific. Infinite. Addendums, when you put them at the end of books, it's like the notes page where you constantly add the next bit or anything extra that you find. An infinitum suggests what? Eternity. I mean, eternal clarification. He's gonna keep adding bits or rewriting bits to the end of the human story. Is that? That's a very specific saying.
Was there some? Yes. Something must be there. I just can't put my finger on it. Maybe the answer will become clear when we have more. The House of Enlightenment and Varun have versions of this story.
Okay. If you've already talked to them, why send me?
Because I wasn't looking to find unity in the same sense you are. A fresh set of eyes might reveal the truth.
Okay, so yeah, you'd hear the story purely in your religious way. Yeah. Fine, well, I'll have to talk to them.
The enlightened work out of the well here in New Atlantis, helping the poorest citizens find a better life for themselves. The rune worshippers are more enigmatic, but there is a lone zealot that was captured recently for attacking UC ships. I visited her a couple of times. Hopefully she'll be willing to talk to you as well.
I believe I've
We need to
seen
catch
her.
up. And I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions.
Yeah, Mateo, well, your instincts may actually be working in a weird way. Come on. Well, thanks for your time, Barrett. Let's go speak to these religious nutters. Nah, well, nah. There's nothing wrong with spirituality. The bit that makes people a nutter is trying to force other people to go along with it. Yes.
Be careful if you run into those ecliptic jerks. Fly around like they
Oh no, they're not a problem. My ship can well and truly take care of them. I've got a bigger problem. Right. To the well and to UC security, I think. Double check the map. Okay, let's go. Is this... Doesn't this get us down into the well as well? I think it does, doesn't it? Yeah. Go on. Nope.
There's
Hey!
about a million things to do, and I'm only one person. It's so overwhelming.
How you doing?
I have 3 projects that are backburnered right now because no one has time to help me. 3!
Believe it or not, I'm a bit busy myself. See you later. Okay, they're in here somewhere. Everyone seems to have recovered down here.
That your ship that landed not too long ago. It sure is something.
Oh, it is now. Oh, here we are. House of the Enlightened.
You look like you need something, yeah?
Oh, yeah. I need something. Revenge.
Man, I could really dive deep into some chunks right now. Wanna join?
No. Hello? Excuse
There's
me.
a lot of work that needs to be done in the well. A lot of people in need.
Yes.
If it's about the financial or food assistance programs, we are backlogged. Don't worry, we're doing everything we can. Oh, you're not? Sorry. Can I help you?
Yeah. Not some vague concept. No. Keeper Aquila sent me. I need to talk about the Pilgrim.
The Unity Pilgrim in particular, if that rings any bells.
Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times, and there's no record of a Unity Pilgrim. But since you both insist, our early records are mostly administrative. Humanitarian projects, group counseling notes, charity expenditures. But there is a series of exchanges the founding members recorded in a lot of detail. It's the closest thing I have to what Aquilus is describing.
Well, you know, if you're going to recite me to know that I want coffee and don't... So you've talked about it before, though, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, he's always going on about trying to bring people of all beliefs together. Really wants there to be some shared story or origin. Look, I like the Keeper, but belief is the problem, okay? We don't need a shared narrative or theology. We need to help each other in practical terms.
Actually, both would work, because the point about humanity is that we have a story of coming from that planet that died on us. Come on, let's hear it anyway.
A man walks into the first house of enlightenment. The founding members just call him the Drifter. So they think he's a charity case at first, but no, the Drifter asks them a bunch of questions. If your philosophy is built on an individual's own morality, what about the second person? That second person might disagree. Isn't the problem of two what you're really looking for? And the founders respond, each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up. All of human effort is a story of cooperation pushing us forward.
Yeah.
And it kind of goes on like that. He comes back every week for a year. Same conversation every time. Second person this, the problem of two that.
Yeah. What did they mean then? Each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up. Can you elaborate on that bit?
It's part of our core principles. There's no God pushing us to do good for some eternal reward. We have to help each other because we choose to. If no one takes
because
responsibility
competition.
for making the settled systems better, then we're just leaving it to the tyrants to bully the rest of us.
True, but competition has also driven us. It's not just, the fight or flight is the basic thing of human. Humanity's fear is the first emotion we grasp. Maybe there's a hidden message. It's a very mundane way of hiding it, but maybe there was a hidden message.
Honestly, I think the founding members made it all up. There was a little more hesitation being openly atheist in the early days. I think they were experimenting with writing their own scripture. Fortunately, that got abandoned pretty quick. After the records of the Drifter end, you never see anything like it again.
Okay. Can you tell me anything else about what unity means in your atheist religion?
Besides what the Keeper would say about it? Sounds like a gathering point, or a center. Or in mathematics it would mean one, like the one, the first or the beginning.
Ah. Interesting. So 2 only goes into 1 and itself. It's the first prime number. So it's 1 again. It's the first prime number. Okay. Interesting. You give me a lot to think about.
Always happy to help. If you'll excuse me, I've got a lot of aid efforts to coordinate.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you. Alright, this is getting weird. Do you know the old religions all had similar memes and mythology that wrapped itself up amongst itself? We've gone to space and found new ones, and they all seem to have the same thing too. One unity. If I'm remembering the right person, it's weird that it's gone back to normal so quickly. It's only took 6-7 hours and you've got it cleared up. Mechanical assistance of machinery, eh? Right. Wasn't she in here? In one of the holding cells? One of our finds when we
Oh yeah, that's UC
came
Security.
Back.
They're busier than normal these days, it seems.
Oh yeah, they're about to be even busier. Hi. How you doing?
Well, hello. You hear about the job by any chance? The officer over there can help you with any bounty issues.
Oh, no, I've got enough to do right now. I just wanted to know if I could go and speak to your Bruins nutter.
Totally understand. But if you're looking to make some credits and serve the United Colonies at the same time, you just let me know.
Okay. Okay. Right. You've still got my coffee bags. Hi, where's the prisoners by any chance?
My mother wanted me to be a doctor.
Yeah, I've heard that one before, mate.
Mothers, am I right?
Oh, hi. I just wish to speak to this lunatic. Hello there. And I need to speak to you.
A visitor? I have all the company I need.
Yeah. Look. I know you've talked to the Keeper Aquilus about the Varun faith, and I just, would you mind talking to me too?
He knows not the truth. He sends another to ask more incessant questions.
He sent both of us to ask more incessant questions, actually.
Yes.
The Great Serpent waits in the shadows. He will entwine the universe, and all but the faithful will be made as dust. That is the truth. No more, no less.
All of the faithful will be made of dust. Have you noticed how when we killed the Starborn, Barrett, they sort of dematerialize or whatever? Okay. A cosmic serpent seems like a part answer to the universe's problems. No, let's not piss her off and stop her talking. What about the Pilgrim? Do you know about him?
You
or
don't
her?
need to tell us. We just figured it would be better to ask you directly than to take a second-hand account of your words.
Yes, I have spoken to your keeper about this. I will tell you what I told him, and then you will leave me.
Yes, okay.
Jinan Varun meets the unbeliever. He gives false prophecy to Jinan. But such is Jinan's conviction in the Great Serpent, he does not hesitate. He cuts the unbeliever down. But the unbeliever returns. Jinan realizes the Great Serpent is testing him, and he will not be found wanting. 4 times they fight. Over 120 rotations of the planet they are on.
120
Remember
days.
these 4 battles, Jinan, the unbeliever says. Remember these 120 rotations. But Jinan knows this is blasphemy and delivers the killing blow. That is all.
Okay. And do you know the meaning of the word unity for the Varun?
I have heard of no such thing. If it exists, it is a shadow that the Great Serpent casts to deceive the faithless.
Okay, well, I think I understand.
Then we are done. Leave me.
Okay. We're getting mathematical numbers. 1, 2, 4, and 12, and they all go into 12. I mean, 4 goes into 12 3 times, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 12, and 12 is 1 and 2. Don't know if that makes any sense, it's just... Right. Return to the Keeper, eh? Let's see if we can... Mateo! He's well read up on the modern mythology of the modern religions. He might see a pattern. Where are we going? Back to the Keeper. Which way is that? Which way is it? Over there somewhere? Over there somewhere. We'll find it.
Not as convenient, but riding right after eating can give you stomach aches.
Don't eat donuts then. I've told you. Right. Ah. This is Mateo's disappeared. Barrett, come on. Hello there, Keeper. Barrett. Okay. Hi there, Keeper.
Oh, you're back. What did you learn? Was there something hidden in their stories, like we thought?
Yeah. 4 times over 120 days. Pilgrim comes with infinite addendum. That must mean something. The Enlightened story uses the word second and 2. So that's 2. That's 4 over 120. Yeah.
Planets are often named by number. That second might mean the second planet in the system.
True.
What else did you learn?
Well, the Rune Zealots say they fought 4 times over 120 days, which sounds like... She said it was rotations, but I wouldn't even put it past it being the orbit.
If there really is a location the Pilgrim wanted us to find, those do sound awfully like coordinates.
Yes.
Was there anything else?
Well, the Pilgrim contemplates infinite addendum in yours, so it's got to mean something. I mean, unless it's pi, because pi carries on forever. Or is it just like the infinite addendum of adding another prime number on?
Yes. What he added to infinity. Maybe that points to a name. If we're looking for his resting place, we'd need to know the name of the star system, wouldn't we? Let's see. We have something that could be coordinates. Something that could point to a planet in the system. But what's the name of the system?
Unity, probably.
Infinitum addendum. What if we break down the parts? No systems named finite or add. That just leaves in and dumb. Well, that's certainly how I feel.
Indum. Yeah. Next planet I find, I'm naming Dum Dum. What you think?
Well, I suppose that'll make someone laugh.
It made me laugh. All right, well, sounds like we're going to Indum, if by your logic.
Yes, that's it. The second planet in Indum. At 4 and 120. That's where you'll find the Pilgrim's resting place. And from there, maybe you'll find the true meaning of unity. Before you go, you've now spoken to many different perspectives in our universe. In a way, you'll be carrying their philosophies with you on this journey. I know you're looking for a specific unity, but if you had to guess what it was, what interpretation would you give it?
Oh, so you want me to be a prophet? Okay. Whew. Only total conviction will bring us to the truth. We're being tested. It's just a word. Finding not to pray. Bringing everything together. I mean, there is something sacred out there. Probably the mathematics being that sacred thing. But, you know, there's an awful lot of things that you just can't explain that require leaps of faith. The problem is that we are a species that likes to force our faith on other people. But it doesn't mean that it's not there.
Ah, but what makes something like that holy? Gravity is also a force that brings things together. Should that be sanctified?
Gravity is part of the clock. The universe itself is just a massive clock. Can't remember which philosopher it was that came up with the clock. Was it Kant? Doesn't the sanctum of grav pilgrims? Yeah, gravity is a miracle. It's like life itself. It's part of the clock of the universe.
And so you think this word unity describes a similar miracle? The processes of the universe are all in accordance with some greater intent.
Now, I thought a miracle was something unexplainable and magical. But we know a hell of a lot about life and gravity. Any other miracles you want to discuss? Like fire, lightning, or minor sports victories?
Well, I won't keep you any longer. This has been fun, I have to admit. Go, find your truth.
Yeah. Don't worry, Barrett. Minor sports victories can be a miracle all of their own, but they're the ones created by us. We know lots about gravity and lightning and fire and all the rest of it because they're parts of the whole. But do we understand the whole? That is the big question, isn't it? The universe is just being. Maybe the universe is a being. To being or not to being? That is the whole question.